Hej.
Ja, och det var faktiskt min första relation, men det var så här.
There are players. We go through here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, sorry. Just leave it open, Belarus is coming.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I just have to watch someone over here.
Что?
Der er bilka derovre. Okay, godt. Det er sådan, at... Here you go, guys.
Rack City.
Welcome inside Royal Arena, and the Tre Kroner strong in the building tonight. Holds about 13,000 for hockey, and there are Swedish jerseys everywhere. If you take the trip across the Öresund Bridge, about 25 minutes from Malmo, Sweden, and I guarantee you many did to watch this contest as the captains exchanging at center ice, and the captain for Sweden this year is Michael Backlund, and there is your head coach of Belarus. That would be Dave Lewis from Kindersley, Saskatchewan, 64 years of age, 4th straight year behind the bench for the Belarusians. Sweden, obviously, as we talked about, Mike Johnson, so much depth, not only the back end, up front, NHL talent. The Belarusians will be in tough.
They will, but it's still early. Belarus is a spirited group. They will challenge Sweden. I think much like the Russian-France game, Sweden will have the puck more often. They have the home ice advantage, even though this tournament is in Denmark. There's a lot of yellow in the crowd, a lot of energy as well in the building as Sweden gets ready to try to defend their gold medal. And all eyes, hear Dave Reed talk about Elias Pettersson, who is a first rounder from Vancouver last year, lit it up in the Swedish Elite League, and we're going to continue to do so at the World Championships.
Plays for the Växjö Lakers, who actually lost out in the Champions Hockey League final to Jip Jyväskylä. But boy, did Pettersson have a season as a 19-year-old, leading all scorers in the SHL, won the SHL championship as well. As we're underway, game 2, and the top line out for Sweden early, Zibanejad, Janmark, and Raquel. So a lot of NHL names you'll be familiar with, but an early steal here. And going hard to the net is Charles Linglet, born in Montreal. Has a passport from Belarus, getting that back in 2012. So suiting up for the Belarusians. Turnover behind the net, tried to get it out front for Zibanejad as Raquel couldn't find him. And it's moved up ice as Linglet has it stripped, and it's back towards the net. And Ivan Kulbakov, who gets a start in net for Belarus, 21 years old. Played in the AHL with Cleveland and in the East Coast Hockey League with Quad Cities as well. That shot handled by Magnus Hellberg. 6'6", a big goalie. Second round pick in Nashville back in 2011. Pass out in front, picked off by Gustav Nyquist. And again, Belarus, pretty good pushback here in the opening minute. As Pettersson skating up ice, unable to get there in time, fired into the neutral zone. And John Klingberg, becoming a star with Dallas the last few years. 4th in team scoring this year. 67 points in 80 games played, but as we focus on Elias Pettersson, does he ever have a future?
He does. 56 points in 44 games, putting out numbers for a kid his age that have not been seen since Peter Forsberg in the Swedish Elite League. That's the kind of talent that Dave Lewis's group is going to contend with. He just had a immensely successful offensive season for Växjö, as they had a good club year as well.
I first saw Pettersson at the under-18s in North Dakota, 2016. He won a silver medal, and he was a star in that tournament. And obviously his star continues to shine, and now his first World Men's Championship for Sweden. Elias Andersson, another young guy, will be watching as well. A first-round pick of the Rangers. So game 2 in our group, Russia handling France easily in the opening matchup here at Royal Arena. This building opened up officially last year. Metallica playing was actually the first ever event here. A lot of concerts since, and the first time they put ice in this building. And a lot of interesting bounces that we saw, and you can bet teams are scouting out new ice, new building, new boards, and some pretty funny bounces in that first game.
Yeah, lively board for sure, much like the old Joe Louis Arena. It comes off no matter what, high or low, quickly to the front of the net, something that the goaltenders in defense will have to make an adjustment to.
Well, Pavel Datsyuk knows all about the old Joe, and at 39 years of age, led Russia in that hockey game to a great performance as captain. Centering pass and a early opportunity there for Belarus, turned aside though by Magnus Hellberg. Drop pass, and play is whistled down, and a little bit of bumping after the play.
A little collision from Kazadovsky, Hampus Lindholm on the offside. And Belarus will have to be engaged physically. Sweden plays a patient game with the puck. They make you chase it around the ice, and you have to just be patient while playing without it. It's not easy to do. It's not easy to do for 60 full minutes or more. That's Belarus's challenge tonight.
Ricard Raquel tried to accept that pass and can't, and the Belarusians turning it up ice. Linglet's been busy so far in this hockey game already for Belarus. Him and Jeff Platt, both getting their citizenship a couple years ago, 2012, along with Lalonde. Kevin Lalonde, you may know that name as well, representing Belarus. Magnus Piarvi on the ice. Brought in over the blue line. Drop pass, shot, swallowed up. As Sweden, their first good chance, Mika Zibanejad was tracking towards the net. Ricard Raquel, another great player from the National Hockey League. First round pick of Anaheim back in 2011.
And Ricard Raquel buys his time, little crisscross and drop, gets to the middle of the ice. He's got a big toe curve on that right shot. It was good enough for 35 goals this year in Anaheim. And he can beat goaltenders from that distance. Kubakov out, top of the crease, cutting down the angle. Good save, no rebound. Ricard Raquel will be looked to as a go-to offensive player for Sweden.
Michael Backlund to take the draw. The Calgary Flames, they win the draw and they control. Pettersson has it, head up as he spins on the far wall, takes a big bump, and is cleared into the neutral zone. Stretched up quickly, Backlund's back on it. Gets shoved down from behind, and you know the crowd's not gonna like that here. Backlund though, puck on his stick, takes it behind the net. As Pettersson swings it along the boards. Up top for Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Longtime NHLer, approaching 600 career games.
Also approaching unrestricted free agency next summer, which will mean he will be getting paid either this July 1st by Arizona or somebody else next year. He's one of the best offensive defensemen in the league.
Same goes for John Klingberg, who has it. 67 points in 80 games this year. Spent some time with Frölunda as well. And really making a name for himself in Dallas. As we approach the 5-minute mark of this first period, puck comes back to Klingberg. Racing in after is Magnus Piarvi, wearing number 91 for Sweden, whereas number 56 in the NHL, the Ottawa Senators. Johan Larsson spins and gets it down low. Lindholm has it, centering pass, and just hopping over Larsson's stick, and look out, 2-on-1 the other way. Streaking towards the net is Platt, in, shot! As Jeff Platt was looking for an opportunity, Magnus Hellberg to stop.
There's the quick counterattack that Belarus will try to capitalize on. Lindholm caught in deep, trying to create a play to Norman in the slot. He doesn't handle it, and now it's a clean 2-on-1. And a beautiful pass over to Platt, who just has to elevate it a little bit more to get it across Hellberg's pad. A lot of net to shoot at there if you get in the top half.
Pavel Razvadovsky to take the draw for Belarus. Lively crowd, a lot more energy in the building in our second game. Looks pretty full to me, Mike Johnson. I'd say at least 12,000 in the house.
Swedish fans know how to put on a show when they're in the crowd celebrating or supporting their home team. A lot of singing and dancing.
As Laura and Dave told us, obviously Denmark in the other group as we cover Group A, but this is basically like a home game each and every game of group play for Sweden. Right next door, the Malmo Redhawks also play. Great little building, and Malmo hosting a World Junior a few years ago as well.
You got to look at what Hellberg was seeing on that chance. Gets across, seals the bottom of the net as he gets his right foot against the post. That's a beautiful pass. Oh, the blocker was there to take it away anywhere higher, and Jeff Platt would have opened the scoring.
One of a few Canadian connections on this team, as Klingberg has it now for Sweden. Stretch pass up ice. Wanted Janmark, that's broken up and brought back into the Swedish zone, and Klingberg has to reset one more time. One of the Belarusian sticks goes flying as Mika Zibanejad brings it over the blue line. Raquel working out there. Janmark goes into the far corner as Janmark digs it out, gets it down low. Raquel pinned along the board. Zibanejad trying to help him out. Back to the blue line and comes out, so Klingberg will have to retreat into his own zone. Zibanejad has it, whacks it with a backhand, moving it up ice, and Mattias Janmark tried that centering pass. It goes behind the net. Zibanejad continues to work as they cycle it down low. Ricard Ricard, tough on the puck. He tries to protect it, falls.
It's good defense from Nisevets. Not taking a penalty, but being physical with Ricard.
Draws, fires it in, goes towards the net, but that's fired right into the netting, so we'll have a stoppage and a face-off. Scoreless between Belarus and Sweden. Welcome back inside Royal Arena. Brian Mutrick, Mike Johnson with you, covering Group A. All 64 games of the World Hockey Championship this year on TSN and NHL Network. Face off to the left of Magnus Hellberg. Battle in the far circle, won by Sweden, advanced up ice. And Pettersson skating in. Swings it along the boards. It goes to the far wall as Platt finds it. And Adam Larsson of the Edmonton Oilers back to play it. You have Larsson, and then you have Oliver Ekman-Larsson on the back end playing together in this hockey game. Pretty nice for head coach Ricard Gronberg to have the options he has and the combinations he can use.
Ekman-Larsson and Larsson. You got Klingberg and Lindholm. I mean, those are two solid pairs that you feel comfortable playing against anybody in any situation.
Another young guy coming up as well, Eric Brandstrom, not on the roster, but man, another good young defenseman. Sweden seems to pump them out pretty regularly.
Speaking of great Swedish defensemen, we see Nick Lidstrom in the hallway doing some TV work for Sweden.
Klingberg in, a little bit of speed. Raquel slings that across. Shot, side of the net. Zibanejad up top, another shot, right on the money and stopped. A flurry of chances for Sweden, but Ivan Kulbakov shuts the door.
Saved by Kulbakov as it's John Klingberg leading the rush as the defense. We talked about it. Nice seam pass over to Janmark. He's trying to find Zibanejad on the back door. He's not above the goal line, so we can't put it in. But Hampus Lindholm, who had a career high 13 goals in the NHL this year, has the threatening wrist shot to finish the sequence. He's a great two-way defender, Lindholm, but he has an underrated offensive game as well.
Face off again, controlled by Sweden. Klingberg, long shot, knocked down in front. Kept in neatly at the far wall by Lindholm. Chip behind the net. Sweden applying the early pressure in this opening period so far. Their opening game at the Worlds. As Zibanejad tried to get it in front, and then a collision as Lindholm continues to battle on the far wall. Raquel picks up the puck. Raquel in, tucks it, forehand, and again, shut down in the crease as Kulbakov frustrating Sweden snipers early.
That's a good save, but a better offensive zone sequence for Sweden as Raquel slides down the board here. A little pick by Lindholm allows him to walk in front. He's trying to beat the poke check, which he does, and then tuck it 5-hole. He just misses the spot because he pulls it around the stick right here. He just has to find the gap between the legs, and he rolls it short side into the pad of Kulbakov, who's been sharp early.
So another face-off, another win for Sweden. Schwilkstrand sends it across. That shot misses the mark. Johan Larsson Picking it up behind the net. Johan continues to work. Centering pass out front, picked off by Drozd, and moved up ice as the Belarusians finally get it in the offensive zone. They dump it in right on Hellberg. He'll cover up, so finally a face-off in the Swedish zone.
Any foray in the offensive zone is a good opportunity for Belarus just to take a little pressure off, catch their breath, make a change, and settle in. They know that you get games like this, you know you're not going to have the puck that much. You know you're going to have to play defense, but the longer it goes tied, the longer it goes scoreless, the more pressure starts to mount on Sweden. That's what Belarus wants to play into.
Puck swung along the boards and into neutral zone ice by Anderson. Got it out of his zone. Elias Anderson skating after the puck, stretched up ahead as Artur Zarvis digs it out of the corner. That's intercepted though, and again, Sweden in transition on the move. That shot, not a lot of heat on it by Everberg. Broken up and sent it in the corner. Larson, the defenseman, Adam Larson, down low, pinching in. Kempe drops it off, in front, scores! Nice job to tuck it in. Elias Anderson makes it 1-0.
Nice goal by Elias Anderson on a classic Swedish cycle offensive zone sequence. As little cut and drop from Kempe confused the defenseman. Subtle little pick by Everberg, and now it's Anderson walking out of the corner against Kubakov, and he beats him far side. Hard pull and get it to the far side of the net. Can't settle for the short post. Got to take it to the far post, and Anderson does just that. Up and over Kubakov to give Sweden the 1-0 lead.
Elias Anderson, 7th overall pick by the Rangers in 2017. Obviously a devastating loss in Buffalo at the World Juniors.
You know, good for him though, given some of the news that's come out lately about some suspensions being handed down for Team Sweden from that World Junior gold medal game, post-game stuff. Steps right on a big stage and scores a goal. Good for him.
Suspended, but at the World Junior level, so
yeah,
he's available to play here. And
you know what he's saying? I'll never play at that level again, so I'm okay.
Swung across, one-time shot, scores! What a start! Gustav Nyquist, 2-0 Sweden. Good luck suspending that.
Gustav Nyquist, this is what he does. He is a finisher. He can shoot the puck, he finds dead spaces, and he's hanging out on the far circle, waiting on it. Drops to one knee to get the leverage on the stick to elevate the puck. John Klingberg, who's officially no longer a defenseman, just a straight rover, gets it over to Nyquist, and he makes no mistake. It's not about velocity, it's not about accuracy, it's just about elevation. You just got to get that in the top quarter of the net, because it's too far for Kubakov to go post to post. Nyquist does just enough, and Sweden's up 2-0.
Gustav Nyquist, a Detroit 4th-round pick back in 2008. What a shot, and a great start for Sweden and the fans that have made the trip. Having a great night here, our opening night of the World Hockey Championship.
Gustav Nyquist took a bit of a different path. A couple of years at Maine, was a 2-time Hobey Baker finalist while playing for the Black Bears in Maine, and took that route to the NHL, which always impressed me. Anyone from one of these European countries come over and play at a college, dealing with the hockey, dealing with the social and academics as well, in a language that's not their primary one. But served him well, because he's been nothing but a goal scorer since he's gotten to the NHL.
Also in a Calder Cup in 2013. So a great start here for Sweden. The crowd into it. Turnover, backhand try as they jam away. Puck still loose. And that was Pavel Ravidovsky cutting in. Pretty good opportunity, but Magnus Hellberg was there. Welcome back to day one, IIHF World Hockey Championship. Sweden jumping out to a 2-0 advantage over Belarus. Just before the break, a nice save from Magnus Hellberg. Face off to the left of him, controlled by Sweden. You were talking about those suspensions in the World Juniors and that whole situation with Elias Anderson. What I find interesting is Rasmus Dahlin, his suspension carries over to the U18s because he was of that age level as well. I think he's going to be in the NHL next year with the Buffalo Sabres. So I just find it sort of fascinating, and I mean, everyone has an opinion on it. I think some harsh punishment, but yeah, I digress. It was handed out, it was done, and we move on. Play continues in the Belarusian zone. Giving chase is Johan Larsson. Bangs his man in the corner as he hits Lizovic. Swung around to the left of Ivan Kulbakov. Turnover right in front of the netminder. And a great job of Sweden applying the pressure. And again, it is Elias Anderson. And that's a player in the crease, and IIHF rules will blow that down instantly. Any contact or skating through that blue paint, they're going to call that right away.
Yeah, as Anderson trying to do some more work below the goal line as he got the Swedes on the board with that power wrap, and then seam play to Gustav Nyquist. And the favorite Swedes doing what they want, getting their crowd involved, getting out to an early lead and forcing Belarus to chase the game, not where Belarus wants to be.
Gotta remind him to eat some of that popcorn.
No.
Ready?
You're just here to celebrate. Like confetti for them.
Kempe puts on the brakes up top. That shot from Klingberg missed the mark. I don't know, they might put the Latvians on notice here, because I just have a sense Sweden is ready to give her here in Copenhagen, no doubt.
Just close enough to show up, just far enough to make a road trip of it. It's perfect.
Right. Jump on the train coming over across the Öresund Bridge. I've been told the longest bridge in Europe. It was opened up in 2000, connecting Denmark and Sweden. Icing the call, so face off to come all the way down in front of Ivan Kulbakov.
See one of the big guys for Belarus. Falkovsky might be the only guy who can stare Hellberg face to face. Hellberg 6'5", Falkovsky 6'7". There's two of the bigger bodies out there tonight.
Sweden, you know the story. Gold last year. Belarus, best finish ever, 6 back in 2006. Pedersen gets it back to Adam Larsson. Pedersen swings it across. That shot right on net and gloved down by Kulbakov.
It's apparent that every defenseman for Sweden has the green light to go. And not just Klingberg or Ekman Larsson. That was Adam Larsson off a face-off doing interchange with Pedersen. And he takes off right down through the slot, swings in by the net, trusting his forwards to support in behind him if he gets aggressive, trying to offer a bit of confusion to Belarus in their defensive zone with all that motion.
Pedersen, Backlund, Nyquist out. Second line for Sweden. Pedersen collects it, gets it back to the point. Ekman Larsson fires it down low, and there's Nyquist chipping at it. Pedersen has it, gives it back to him. Nyquist. They continue to cycle. Michael Backlund. Backlund drops it off for Larsson. Larsson in the far circle. Little backhand, Pedersen's on it. Nice move by Pedersen, lost an edge, gets back up. You think the 19-year-old can wield or what?
No shortage of confidence to his game. He's got that great offensive arrogance that he skates with.
Nice still here. Pedersen, bump from behind. Crowd doesn't like it, gets back up, continues to work in the corner. Flip near the blue line. Nice job by Ekman Larsson to keep it in, and Sweden, they're tired from putting on the offensive show. They're going to go off for a break. It's funny, earlier today, some teams changed because they're tired playing defense, and we saw Russia changing because they were exhausted offensively. Nice stretch pass up ahead. Janmark puts on the brakes down low for Zibanejad. Klingberg works that little backhand as Klingberg goes back up top. Janmark tried that drop pass, and Raquel was coming in the near circle, couldn't get the shot off. Raquel has it again, swings it down low. Sweden moving He cuts in the net, forehand try, and Raquel, nice give and goal, but he couldn't get the shot off. And the Belarusians swing it up ice, try to get it in deep as Garvis gets it around the net. Arthur Garvis continues to work, but it's Matthijs Janmark getting up for Zibanejad. Raquel. Zibanejad takes the bump, goes awkwardly into the boards behind the net. Looks to be all right.
Went up a little slow there, and there's a penalty coming up to Sweden.
So power play to come as Sweden touches up the Belarusians to the man advantage when we come back. Janmark.
Sweden player number 30, 2 minutes for high sticking.
I didn't see it.
No.
He must have been coming back. He got.
Oh, that flyby there. Okay. He catches Korobov. Thank you, Johan.
Welcome back. Matthijs Janmark in the box for high sticking. Belarus on the power play just kept in at the blue line, but intercepted and picked off, and Belarus swings it up ice. Short-handed chance in sight. Larson. Oh, just a step offside, or Johan Larson was in.
Kulikov was not having any of that there. He came out with a stick up saying, don't you even think about shooting that in after the whistle. As Ricard Gronberg, who's coached the national team for a while now, and there's Kulikov getting the talk. Listen, I'll take care of the guy shooting the puck at you after the whistle. I'll give Larson the penalty. I'll talk to him. Don't you be coming at him with the stick over your head like you want to take a chop at him. Well, things escalate.
At least he didn't push the net off like we've seen before happen.
That's only for 2-on-0s.
Minute 20 remaining in the power play. Belarus down by 2. Looking for their first goal of the tournament. That shot was broken up in front as it hit Janmark. Bouncing puck, and this will be settled down by Alex Matuchin. Plays it behind the net. Battle continues on the far wall. Belarus slides it across. Matuchin setting up on the near wall. Back up to the point. Crowd whistling. One-time shot stopped. Rebound in front, and Garvis couldn't get a stick on it, and an opportunity as he had it swatted away in the far circle.
Good read by Hellberg, though. He beat the pass to the post, so he was there and square, not moving by the time the shot was released.
28 seconds to go in the power play. Alexander Pavlovich starts the play. Long shot from distance. That's no problem from Hellberg. He's going to cover that up.
It's not a bad idea, though, if you're having trouble getting possession in the offensive zone on the power play, to put the puck into the goaltender's glove and make him take a whistle, because if you're able to win a face-off, and Dave Lewis will know this, then generally speaking, teams won't press on the penalty kill off a lost face-off. They'll give up the passive offensive zone time that Belarus is looking to create. If you have nothing, not the worst idea, as long as you can win face-offs. If you can't win face-offs, then it doesn't work so well.
Sweden wins that one. Adam Larsson rips it all the way down to the Belarus zone. Time winding down on the penalty to Janmark in the box for high sticking. As the Belarusians able to clear the zone. Penalty over, back to 5-on-5. Under 4 minutes to go in this first period. And the fans who've made the trip from Sweden enjoying what they're seeing so far in a 2-0 advantage. And Magnus Hellberg not busy, but he's made a few key stops.
And Magnus Hellberg, interesting story. 2011 draft pick of Nashville. Played a little bit, just 4 games in the NHL. Played over in Kunlun, China, in the KHL. a good year, a 2.39, 926. And he gets the nod over Anders Nielsen, or maybe Philip Gustafsson, available to Sweden as well. Ottawa prospect.
Turnover and neutral zone ice, fired in by Lizovitz. That's the goalie of the future, likely in Ottawa.
Part of the Derek Brassard trade.
Brassard right now in that heated battle in the NHL playoffs, Penguins Capitals. Foot race now, and Pettersson streaking in, but Kubikov takes one look and decides to cover things up with 3 minutes, 14 seconds to go in this first period.
Just looking at Pettersson, you can tell how slight he is. You know, question about whether or not he'll be able to hand the grind of an NHL season, of an NHL game. But you watch him with the puck on a stick, you're not grinding when you have the puck, and he has magic with it. It would not surprise me one bit if he's part of that rebuilding core in Vancouver as soon as next year.
Zibanejad wins the draw, quick strike, and that didn't get through. They continue to battle for the puck, and the Belarusians able to find it. That's Jeff Platt with a backhand out of harm's way.
Watch the scouting report against Sweden. That's 2 set plays off the breakout. Same slot pop pass for a shot. Not the general on the wall, but right in the slot on both sides. Something that Belarus have to sort out.
Raquel tries to sling it in front for Zibanejad. Mika Zibanejad drops it off. Zibanejad got taken down again. He's had a rough first period. A couple tough hits absorbed. Under the 3-minute mark, Ricard Raquel 1-on-3. Still caught it. Nearly got a shot off as he was cruising in. Klingberg, Raquel fires high, and that misses by a country mile into the netting for a stoppage.
The high roll is very difficult to defend for any team. Sweden does it all the time. Ricard Raquel, that last one, interchanging with Klingberg. And then it gets the forward with the puck in the center of the ice with a gap. And when you give Ricard Raquel or a skilled player like that, then you've got something going offensively. And the willingness to have that high roll, little give and pick from Sweden is a bit difficult for Belarus to sort through.
Puck on the near wall as Michael Backlund gives and goes. He drove towards the net. Larson chips it down low, but Belarus able to spring it up ahead. And icing the call, it was just one step ahead of Artem Demkov, who was looking for that stretch pass and a chance to break it on Hellberg.
Artem Demkov, who actually played 1 year with Cape Breton in the Canadian Hockey League, so came over in his teenage years to take a run at playing in Canada, before eventually sliding back and played last year in Shakhtar.
Backlund to take the draw in his 4th World Championship for Sweden. A Calgary first-round pick back in 2007.
Pretty big honor, wearing the C for your country, as Michael Backlund is in this tournament.
Here's Demkov, puts on the brakes. Minute 54 to go. He's going to chip it down low. Battle continues behind the net. Kiltroff tried to get it in front. That was intercepted. And just like that, Pettersson drops. Larson in, fires. That stopped as the goalie lost it for a second. Sweden still controls. Ekman Larson in front, fires, and that was Adam Larson in tight. You're right about the green light as Adam Larson was in.
Up all day.
Too many Larsons out there for me to keep track of. It was Gustafsson, the setup man.
And another nice little pass here. Larson on the first attempt trying to wrist one in, and that catches Kubikov up high as Pettersson tees him up. Head up the whole way. Shots thrown off by the contact late and a bit of a tip. No chance for Kubikov to control the rebound when it hits him up in the mask.
Another face-off win, and it was just brought back in and putting his teammates offside.
Ricard Gronberg is coaching hard though. The Zibanejad's line just got off the ice. They get an offensive zone face-off. They're up 2-0 late in the period. He puts them right back out there as he's trying to push for more offense.
So Gronberg 1 goal last year, his 2nd year as head coach. He took over for Harm Martz, who was the longtime head coach. Played for St. Cloud State University.
Yes.
Did Gronberg.
3 years at St. Cloud.
And Sweden enjoying a lot of success at this tournament over the years, and from what we've seen, obviously a very early sample size, they should be looking very strong for a chance to win this group. We saw Russia earlier today, and man, they got some firepower up front, no doubt, but Sweden led by this defense. Centering pass in front under a minute to go as that was flipped in front courtesy Janmark.
And like a lot of teams do, Sweden leaving some roster spots open. You can dress 20 skaters at the World Championship, so 22 total, but Rickard Gronberg's only dressed 6 defense, not the 8 he's allowed to. He wants to go 12 forwards and 8 defense, leaving some room open in case other NHL players, if Tampa were to happen to lose out, Victor Hedman, Anton Strålman, players of that ilk could be potentially coming over. So saving a couple of spots on the roster for second round NHL losers.
Adrian Kempe, a first rounder of the Kings, was out there to take the draw, fired all the way down, so that's icing. They'll do it one more time back in front of Kulikov.
Belarus has to keep working on moving that puck up the ice, tape to tape. If you wait, you play in your own end often enough, you take penalties, you give up chances, you get worn out. It's just a bad cycle to get on. Defend, 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 too tired, get it out, give it away, come back, defend, defend, defend. And Belarus has done a little bit too much of that in the first.
Kempe and the Kings losing out to Vegas in that first round.
Little nuance rule, you're not allowed to use your feet on face-offs internationally. You're not allowed to tie up a stick and kick it like we are taught to do at the NHL level in North America. So if you see a guy swing in with his boots, they'll often blow it down and reset. Like the last one, Kempe kicking it back.
So now Dennis Everberg is in for Sweden.
We'll reset the clock here as a couple seconds clicked off on the previous draw. That was a no-go.
Yevgeny Kalarishin in his 10th consecutive Worlds for the Belarusians. A lot of these guys love to suit up for their country, and you know, for a lot of them, this is their Stanley Cup, a chance to pull on that jersey. Belarus 13th last year. Turnover in front. Shot broken up. Another chance, and dumped in front was Everberg as he couldn't get a shot off. Then he gets hauled down, and play continues. 20 seconds remaining in this first period. Lisovits. Nice steal behind the net. Lisovits, though, 1-on-2, basically looking for some help, and his helmet comes off, and they'll whistle that down immediately. Canadian connection, too. There's a Canadian linesman out for this game, Dustin McCrank.
That's another, and for the referees as well, it's a honor, it's a stepping stone to have the opportunity to work in the World Championships, as here's the last chance. Just at the last minute, the back check of Korvishin turns to the side as Everberg was ready to pull the trigger. And then it's a total battle. Look at everyone working to tie up sticks. And yes, that's what it feels like when you're on the ice too. You just can't quite get there.
Everberg 70 career games with the Colorado Avalanche in the NHL. Johan Larsson gets bumped on the far wall right in front of the Belarus bench as time winds down. In the opening game for both Sweden and Belarus, a dream start for Sweden and Rickard Gronberg. They lead 2-0. Laura and Dave with your intermission coming up.
Shots on goal in the first period. Sweden 8, Belarus 2. inspiration I need every day. The years of training, pushing myself to be the strongest, the sharpest. My dedication to the game. My teammates are counting on me to deliver. The nervous state, the preparation ritual before the adrenaline of the match. The responsibility of being my best every time, prepared to fight every shift on the ice. This is not just a sport. This is who I am.
Rack City.
Welcome back to our coverage of the World Hockey Championship. Day 1, game number 2 at Royal Arena in Copenhagen, Denmark. Back home in Canada, good afternoon to folks watching in Vancouver, just after noontime there. 4:30 p.m. in St. John's, Newfoundland, Labrador. Toronto, just after 3 p.m. and local time here, 9 p.m. And a great game thus far, especially if you're a Sweden fan. 2-0 the advantage. Elias Andersson, Gustav Nyquist, your goal scorers. And one thing Mike Johnson stands out to me, 29 face-offs in that first period. Sweden won 20 of them.
You don't want to give them easy possession. One way that you can do better on that is by being better on face-offs. Belarus will have a hard enough time getting the puck back as it is, let alone when they don't start with it.
Puck on the far wall for Ricard Raquel, who swings it up ice. And back on it is Henkill.
It's offside by Janmark there, didn't realize he was off and tagged up. And he just got a new coach today. Jim Montgomery named the head coach in Dallas, former Denver University head coach. Young guy, one of those new age, play with the puck, play offensively. That should be music to Janmark's and John Klingberg's ears for sure.
Shots 8-6 in favor of Sweden after that first 20 minutes. Not sure if I agree with that entirely, but that's all right. Stats are stats.
I imagine shot attempts would have been much greater than that, the disparity.
Bouncing puck over Ekman Larsson's stick, picked up and fired around the boards by Johan Larsson. As Mika Zibanejad pinned in the corner. Centering pass in front, nobody home, and Oliver Ekman Larsson has to hustle back. We were talking about that 2009 draft before broadcast time. So that year it was Tavares, Hedman, Duchesne, Evander Kane, Braden Shen. Ekman Larsson went that year as well. He was 6th overall.
Pretty good.
And then Pyarvi on this team as well, number 10 to the Edmonton Oilers. So that was quite the draft class. Nice moves there, the hesitation, the centering pass in front as Nyquist was creating. Comes back to the points, swung across.
Oh no. Klingberg draws a penalty after the toe drag at the blue line. That's one of those ones that's a no, no, no. Oh, good move.
Hellberg to the bench. The Belarusians touching up though, and Sweden to the power play.
So what makes John Klingberg so much fun is that he has the skill, but also the confidence to do plays like this. He's the last man back. He's at his own at the offensive blue line. If this gets poked off his stick, they're gone. But excuse me, and how do you do? And now I'm going to come back one more time, and you're going to take a hooking penalty on me. So John Klingberg, who was second amongst all defensemen, only behind John Carlson of Washington in points this year. It's to head up the power play.
Sweden controls. Zibanejad took the draw. Janmark behind the net. Try to get it up top. Did you play with anyone like that in your team? The risk-reward guy, Mike, that was worth it, that had those moves?
Ooh. I mean, I played with Alex Kovalev. He was a forward who had that mentality.
Right.
He could pull it off, but then he could occasionally turn it over and cause some trouble.
That risk-reward mentality. High shot whistled wide as Oliver Ekman-Larsson, the offensive defenseman, let it go on that power play. Zibanejad swings at it, out in front, backhand try, stopped. Rebound as they jam away. And a good opportunity as Raquel was moving in, but the netminder, Ivan Kulbakov, keeping it a 2-0 hockey game.
Raquel's got a goal scorer's mentality, because look who's in the slot all by himself. That's Oliver Ekman-Larsson on his forehand, begging for the puck just above the hash marks. But Raquel's thinking about scoring, so he takes it to the net. And here's the one that just misses. That is a knuckle puck heading just wide from Ekman-Larsson.
Oliver Ekman-Larsson in his 5th World Championship for Sweden, winning gold, silver, and bronze as well. So no stranger to finding the podium as they continue to work the power play. 1:14 to go in this second period. Gustafsson has it, drops that off. Lindholm works it across. Back up, Lindholm fires, blocked in front, bouncing puck to the right of Kulbakov. They continue to fight for the puck on the near wall, and Nyquist can't keep it in. That's flipped down the ice. Belarusians go for a change as Belarus got it in deep, allowing his teammates to change off. So a chance for Sweden to fine-tune the power play, such a long tournament in group play. Lots to work on as you go forward. Nyquist, Pettersson, back to Pettersson, one-time shot. Oh, set play it looked like, and from the circle he just didn't get a good shot off as Elias Pettersson was looking to rip it to the back of the net. Now he's got to hustle back and he can't keep it in.
That's a shot he loves. Now that's more on the pass than on the shooter, though. That was, the puck from Gustafsson was too far on the front foot of Pettersson. He was not able to get his body in position to shoot it properly.
Just 7 seconds remaining in the power play. Sweden changing on the fly. Lindholm gives and goes as he drives towards the net. Back to 5-on-5. Zibanejad works it down low. As that was broken up, and unfortunately that'll do it for the power play and the opportunity as Gustafsson couldn't advance that pass. Adam Larsson is back to Gustafsson. Zibanejad, head up, little speed, dish in front. Oh, what a backdoor goal! Matthias Janmark buries it, lovely pass. Sweden leads 3-0.
I'm not sure Zibanejad was looking for Janmark there, but it was a nice rush nonetheless. And this is the problem for Belarus. If you don't get up the ice to defend, then you're standing at your blue line, and you're never going to stop Sweden from getting the zone. So Zibanejad, from his own end, has 100 feet of open, uncontested ice. Nice little move here to tie up the stick, spin up. I think he's looking for Raquel on the seam, who is covered, but Janmark in behind him is able to cash. I like that, protecting the puck. That is, I think, to Raquel. Gets it to Janmark, who makes no mistake, snapping it past Kulbakov. And this first line gets the job done.
Mika's going to tell you Janmark the whole way. He had it threaded.
I would say it too.
As Magnus Pajärvi steps on the ice and he works it down low behind the net for De La Rose.
Raquel said the same thing. He knew he was back there. That's why he let it go.
As long as it ends up in the back of the net. So 3-0. Mattias Janmark in his first tournament for Sweden at the Men's Worlds. Adam Larsson has the puck. He works it into neutral ice territory. Oliver Ekman-Larsson wins the puck battle for Johan Larsson. Back up top, shot deflected, and Magnus Pajärvi let that go. Swatted out of harm's way. Swung across to the far wall, in front, tip, and unfortunately it was De La Rose couldn't get a good shot off.
Sometimes you gotta trust the skill the guys are playing with. Pajärvi's up in the high slot. Ekman-Larsson fires a puck at him. It's gonna be offside. Ekman-Larsson fires a puck at him about 80 miles an hour, which was intended for the far defensive partner, but Pajärvi grabs it anyways as we take another look at Janmark's goal. And if you're a skilled player, you say, if I pass it that hard to you, that means don't touch it. It means it's for somebody else, not you. So the next time he puts it about a foot off the ice. Yeah, that's what, you know what he's saying right there? I didn't even know you were there. That was supposed to be for Ricky. Thank you, Mika, clearing that up. It's an honest guy right there.
Mika Zibanejad, a first-round draft pick of the Ottawa Senators back in 2011. And then he was dealt for Derek Brassard. Sweden continues to control in a 3-0 hockey game. And they could pass the puck around. Drop pass, Gustafsson, shot, deflects high, and Kubakov got enough. They continue to weave. One-time shot whistled high and wide, and Eric Gustafsson.
He's not happy with himself.
Well, he's had a bit of a rough period, not rough on the score sheet. He just can't seem to convert. Gustafsson's back on it, but Kempe drops. Kempe waits, fires, kick stop, and a high rebound in front. And right there, looking to pounce, was Elias Anderson, and some pushing and shoving after the play. And Platt there, he is not happy. Jeff Platt having a few words.
Saying he got a butt end in the chest here. As Kempe puts this one on net, tipped by Anderson on the way through. It's covered by Kubakov eventually. And then the pushing and shoving starts. And generally speaking, they don't let this, referees do not let this go without taking someone. There's a shove right there. Slash into the shin pads. That's not going to hurt anybody, but that's usually enough to get somebody in the penalty box. And then here's the other one. A shove by Anderson. That was, look at the bottom of his stick is sticking out of his hand right there. You can see it in his glove, his right hand. And that hurts. Platt's got good reason to be upset with that one. Anderson fortunate not to take a penalty.
Jeff Platt becoming a citizen of Belarus back in January of 2012. Same day as Kevin Lalonde and Charles Linglet. Now representing the Belarusians. There's a lot of Canadian connections. Turnover right in front, shot swallowed up. Oh, what a turnover in front. And the best save from Magnus Hellberg in this hockey game by far.
Sharangovich right in front. Hellberg creates his own problem, but he puts it along the wall, and both Swedish defenders get sucked into the puck. Sharangovich wide open in front, takes the pass from Linglet. Drag, pull on his way down, but only able to put it into the body of Hellberg.
Igor Sharangovich, you'll remember that name. He helped get his team from the Division I tournament into Buffalo at the World Juniors. And then in Buffalo played 3 goals and 5 points. He's ranked 51st in NHL Central scouting for European skaters as well, so likely hear his name called in. Dallas in front. Oh, what a chance in front. Magnus Pajärvi with a great opportunity. Kubakov, though, shut him down. Oliver Ekman-Larsson settling it down for Sweden. Stretched it up, and that was out of the reach of De La Rose. As Kitterov in a puck battle in the far wall on one knee, advances it, and the battle continues in the corner. Drozd there as well. Back to the blue line. One-time shot tipped, and that misses the mark. Nice shot by Korobov. Signed a deal with the Tampa Bay Lightning back in 2012. Over 260 games in the KHL. All right from the circle, and able to get a shot off was Maxim Shushko, another young star from the World Juniors. Sweden, though, on the attack quickly. Play into the corner as Janmark faked the shot, fired it in. Nice job and kept in, and then it was Lindholm hauled down at the blue line as play continues. Brodowski has it in the corner, works it down low. Back to the point, fired in behind Magnus Hellberg. Comes into the near corner, in front, in the slot, shot again, stopped as Pavel Rabadovsky from Minsk let it fly. Sweden leading 3-0. Welcome back to Royal Arena. First day of the IIHF World Hockey Championship. Group A coverage, and the first games for both Sweden and Belarus. Face off at Kempe's tied up with his man, and eventually the puck comes loose. We were talking Mike Johnson before the break, Maxime Shushko, and fans back in North America for the World Juniors saw him play in Buffalo. He was the captain. He had 2 goals and 8 points, led his team in scoring, a 4th-round pick of the Flyers in 2017. Played in Owen Sound as well. His teammate Aiden Dudas, and Aiden was just representing Team Canada to Under 18 World Hockey Championship. Unfortunately, Canada failed to make the podium. So now it's Maxime, his turn on the international stage, his first tournament with the men. As the puck is swung up ice, Elias Anderson in pursuit. Nice drop pass, and Lisovitz goes into the corner. Sharangovich back to work. That's picked off and chipped along the far wall. Looking for Kempe. Couldn't get there in time as Anderson wanted the LA King. Belarus trying to get something going in the offensive zone. They haven't been able to apply a lot of pressure.
I guess they're getting down there right now. Not yet generating good chances.
Vorobey centering pass in front. That was fan. Another chance, and that didn't get through. As Pavlovich, good chance. Another shot. Bouncing puck and eventually hit with a high stick.
And there's that good chance they were looking for. They worked for it. They earned it from out behind the net, forcing Adrian Kempe into a hook. Now Belarus will get to go to the power play because of the good work that has kind of been developing last few shifts. And Kempe gets caught on the wrong side of the offensive player. And Sharangovich jumps inside him to get the chance. He's got to hook him down to take it away. And that's probably a good hook at this point because that's a great chance. Any shot will probably get in. And Belarus heads to the power play.
So the Belarusians down by 3, and a nice opportunity to try get the offense going. But look out, Michael Backlund shorthanded. Delarose drives into the corner and behind the net to kill off a few more seconds. As Delarose continues to work hard on this penalty kill. Backlund with him. And kill it. As it fires it behind the net, that's picked off immediately and flipped back down the ice. And Backlund was actually in a pretty good look. If
he wanted the alley-oop. He didn't want the clear from Ekman Larsson. He wanted the Erik Karlsson-like big high sauce to the far blue line.
Good job, turnover. Magnus Päärvi doing some penalty killing, bouncing puck in a collision with the netminder right in front. I'm surprised he didn't whistle that down immediately. The play continues. Sent to the far wall. Minutes to go in the power play. Picked off and again sent down the ice. Sweden will change up behind the play.
At a 2-on-1 there, if Lindholm could have connected with Everberg, they were gone as Belarus was making a change.
Vorobey moves it up ice. Looked like that was just kept in onside. But again, fired down by Sweden. Pavel Vorobey starting things up, and not a lot of time left on this power play, 30 seconds. Delarose again doing a good job on the penalty kill. Razadovsky starts it up ice. You can hear the Trey Croner fans in Royal Arena. Collision in that near circle. Swung back up to the point. Vorobey works it back down low. That shot kicked in front, rebound right through the crease. And Hellberg did a great job. Another shot, trickling puck, penalty comes to an end. So a couple of good chances. Sharangovich likely with the best, but he couldn't get that stick on it in front and provide the tip. So 19-year-old Igor Sharangovich, one of the young up-and-coming stars for Belarus. Pretty good look on the power play, but couldn't pull it off. Through the midway point of this second period. Earlier today in the other group in Herning, it was Canada losing to the United States in a shootout. Raquel tries to move in front, backhand, weak shot. Oh, great opportunity. That was Matthias Janmark looking for another goal. A little smirk on his face. Sweden leading 3-0. Sweden leads 3-0 here in Group A. In Group B, the other game going on has Denmark, the host country, ahead of Germany 1-0. And Herning.
Oh, would that be like
hometown of Freddie Anderson, who got the start in the game. Jannik Hansen, Frans Nielsen, they're from Herning. So pretty excited crowd, I'm sure. And I've been told Herning is a real hockey city. They love their hockey over there. Not that you can tell by Copenhagen. I mean, we're having a great time, and the Swedish fans are making this building electric, but must be a pretty good atmosphere over there.
Real opportunity. Germany, the World Championships in Cologne a few years back, they made it to the semifinals and lost a heartbreaker to Russia. It's amazing what the spirit of a home crowd and the expectations and pressure can do when you get a good goaltender like Freddie Anderson at your disposal as well.
Face off to the right of Kubikov. Controlled by Sweden. Raquel continues to battle in the far corner. Zibanejad gets spun off the puck. He continues to fight for it. Mika Zibanejad. Bouncing puck. And finally brought out of the zone, and penalty to come. Sweden.
Those two right there.
It's going to go with a penalty kill.
Ricard Raquel got one in the neutral zone for a cross check, but Zibanejad was very close to getting one for a hook as well in the back check. What Ricard Raquel is complaining about is that he got much worse than he just delivered in the offensive zone. That's what he's saying. Denisov was all over him along the wall, grabbing, holding, spinning him. And on the back check, he pushed the guy in the hips.
Sweden, 2 minutes for
a little bit of a cross-checking motion. You can be the judge of whether this right here, it's more of a shove than a cross-check to me, but he goes to the box nonetheless, and Belarus back to the power play.
So the Belarusians down 3-0, just over 8 minutes to go in the second period. And really, Sharangovich had a pretty good chance in that last power play, but not a lot happening with the man advantage. So Dave Lewis, head coach of Belarus, Saskatchewan native, will hope his side can get something going here offensively. As Artukian starts the play and wraps it along the wall to the near circle. That's picked off and fired down the ice. Stalkovsky unable to keep it in. The long stretch pass up, and here is Platt. Jeff Platt, quick shot, rebound in front. Comes back to the blue line. Platt, a nice opportunity and good job to fire it on net and hit the mark. Stalkovsky. Platt, near circle. Stalkovsky and him play pass. Platt, you know he wants to let it fly. Trying to set up for that one-timer. They'll reset, swing it to the far circle. Stalkovsky fires it off the side of the net. Deflected and just missed. Korvashin is parked in front. Long drive, kicked aside by Hellberg.
They're teeing up Falkovsky right now. The big man.
Falkovsky's got it again. Platt. Head up, has a look. Dangerous pass, but it's kept in. Turkin has it. Waits. Platt just keeps it onside. That shot again is Belarusians. They got pretty good control here on the power play, but still looking for a good opportunity with 20 seconds to go in the man advantage. Long shot, kicked aside as Volkovsky's had a couple good looks. That long drive, kicked aside again by Helberg. Volkovsky again winds up, that's wide. 6 seconds to go. And a nice job, Sweden finally chipping it. Everberg gets it deep, Sweden with a full change. Turnover, right at the blue line. That shot scores! Right off the turnover. What a shot. Ricard Raquel again, and Sweden pulling away 4-0.
Volkovsky is just gassed from the power play sequence. All those shots, he went back to the puck, cleared it up haphazardly, didn't realize that Ricard Raquel had just stepped out of the penalty box, and that is the wrong guy to turn it over to when you are tired. There you see him ringing one off the edge of the post earlier on the power play, but he doesn't know that Ricard Raquel stepped out there, so now he's got no gap. He's standing still, and Raquel, little drag pull, that release that got him 35 goals for Anaheim this past year. Pulls it inside, finds a gap, and underneath the arm of Kulikov, and that will be it for Kulikov. He is leaving the game after giving a 4 in 34 minutes. His night is over. And it will be Mikhail Karnikov coming into the lineup. Karnikov, 24-year-old. Second world championship for him. Gets action in his first game as Kulikov was in tough in tonight's game. Can't really blame him on too many of these shots. Goals against, but Dave Lewis wants to switch things up here in the second period.
Karnikov from Minsk played 3 games in Paris and Cologne in the World Championships last year, a .460 goals against the average, and now it's up to him to try shut down Sweden. They have been flying, kind of like backyard hockey, way some of the passing's been going. Chipped in front again, and Sweden hungry for more. Long shot off the bar. Albrecht and Larson. Raquel back to work as he gets it down low. As Lidovits, far wall, can't chip it out. Sweden relentless.
Yeah, puck pursuit has been fantastic in the offensive zone, just giving Belarus no easy exits. Even after they turn it over, they chase it down and maintain offensive zone time.
Sweden changing on the fly. And the Belarusians, boy, they're giving it away. Pettersson picks that off, drops it off. That shot didn't get through from Gustafsson. Eric Gustafsson, it's only a matter of time, you think, before he breaks through with something. He's had a couple good chances, couple good looks.
He's a shooter by nature, too. There are passing options when he has the puck, but he looks to put it on the net.
Eric Gustafsson back on it, sends it up for Gustav Nyquist. Nyquist, quick shot, and that's stopped. The first chest for the new netminder. Karnikov. Sweden leads 4-9. Welcome back inside Royal Arena. First shovel went in 2013. The construction began. Hopes of someday hosting an event like this, and here in 2018, away we go. First Worlds.
And the referees were just taking a look. Maybe if that puck went in the post.
After video review, the puck did not cross the line. We have no goal.
I'm not sure which one that might be. Maybe the Ekman-Larsson shot off the post, but no real need to check it over. Just making sure the review system works if they need it later.
Day one of the championship. Might get all the kinks sorted out no matter what.
Right.
So that's good. That includes us. Sweden, they're certainly getting the kinks out all right. What a great start. A 4-0 advantage. Really good puck possession. At times it's been like backyard hockey. They've really come together as Kempe steals. He walks in, far circle. Adrian Kempe. The LA King driving. Still has it. Tons of room. Kempe drops it off. Klingberg. As you said it, green light for the defenseman here. I like your new term. I think a new IIHF term, the rover. I think that should catch on.
A lot of guys want to play it.
Just roving around offensively is Kempe in that puck battle right in front, and I don't think Elias Anderson realized how much time and space he had. Martunuk spun off the puck as he's knocked down in the near circle. Continues to chase after it. Martunuk back up to the point, long shot, deflected, never got through, and John Klingberg gives it away, turnover, pass across, and at the last minute, a good defensive effort. That was Lindholm who broke that up. Hampus Lindholm, a nice job defensively. Lindholm had a goal and a helper. They were knocked off by the Sharks in the playoffs back home in North America. Kempe tries to steal it in the corner and is successful. Sweden needing a change. They'll dump it in and change up. Under 4 minutes to go in this second period. Demkov stripped, lost the puck. Gustav Nyquist waiting for help. Little drop pass in, tight shot. Oh, Delarose was stopped. Jakob Delarose, Canadian second rounder in 2013, nearly got in on the action. Delarose in his first Worlds as well, as we have play whistle down. And some pushing and shoving penalty to come, I believe.
Nyquist going to get one for the hit in the corner. And then as the whistle's being blown, Ekman Larsson was bumped, so that draws a crowd. And it looks like Nyquist going to get the board here as draws. And that's a hit that generally is allowed in the NHL, is not allowed in the IIHF. International rules, you always get that penalty. And there, Delarose on that last chance.
2 minutes for boarding.
Nyquist creates it at one end and takes it on the other end. I think this is one they're looking at there off the post, but clearly not in. A couple of whistles ago. So 2 minutes for boarding for Gustav Nyquist.
So Mike, update really quickly over in Herning. Really exciting game. 2-1 now. Denmark leading. Germany did tie it up
against the Olympic silver medalists in Germany.
Leon Draisaitl with the goal for Germany, but Denmark up 2-1 now in that hockey game, so you know that the home country, the home fans, going pretty wild.
We have to think that Canada, US, Finland are going to get the top 3 seeds in some order in that division. The 4th place quarterfinal bid is up for grabs, whether it's Denmark or Germany or somebody else. That's the one that they need to get, which means beating Germany in a game like this if they want to advance.
Long shot, kick stop, and kept in nicely at the blue line, at least for the time being. As the Belarusians still looking to strike with their first goal in this game, and obviously of the championship. As Platt moves in, lays the body, gets to the near wall. Kovarishin to Platt. Platt setting up in that near circle. Wanted to get it up top, picked off, and nice job by Arby to move it up ice. Arby's going to go off for a change. As the battle continues in the near corner. Swung up top. The Belarusians, though, they were changing on the fly and were nearly caught. Swung back in behind the net. Back up top. That shot. Stop. Rebound in front. They're firing. Just got to get it through. Another blast tipped, and that just missed. So a couple good opportunities. Pavel Vriorbe from the back end. A couple good shots there. Linglet as well, but nothing yet. Sharangovich has it. Starts it down low. Mazadovsky trying to spin away from Klingberg.
Nice play. Tempest led home. Head up. Don't just throw it up the wall. Spot your target. Get it away from the boards from being taken away and get the clear.
So penalty comes to an end, and Belarus unable to capitalize. It's one thing to give up those penalties against the teams like the Belarusians, but we saw the Russian offense earlier, and Sweden won't be able to do that later on in group play against a team like that. As Zibanejad.
Gotta drop his stick. His stick's broken. It's in his hand. Puts it on the ice.
He's trying to pin the puck and kill the rest of this period off if he can as they continue to play.
Can he do it for 22 seconds?
He might, the way this is going. Both Larsons in there. Adam and Oliver Ekman-Larsson.
Can he do it for 15 more seconds?
I'm betting yes at this point. Finally it comes loose, and it's Sweden coming away with it. And some speed. Janmark in, backhand. Bouncing puck, and that backhand attempt in front didn't get through. And time winds down on this second period. And not a lot has changed since opening puck drop. Sweden controlling. Another goal and a 4-0 lead. Laura and Dave with your intermission coming up.
It's not about the blade. It's the shape of gel that matters. Million ultra-light technology for an ultra-close shave without irritating your skin. Million the art of shaving. Introducing the 2018 IIHF. Player statistics. Team statistics. Live updates. And introducing Designated. Predict each game's final score. Win points and compete with hockey fans around the world. From any smartphones in your own language. The 2018 IIHF app, powered by Skoda. Download it now from the Apple App Store and Google Play. Skoda. Sevilla.
Welcome back to Royal Arena, Copenhagen, Denmark. Denmark, the 20th country all-time to host the IIHF Men's World Championship. The largest winter sport ever held in this country as well. As we look at the netminders, the starting netminder was Magnus Hellberg for Sweden, and there you saw Mikael Karnahoff had to come in relief as Sweden is pitching a 4-0 lead right now. Elias Anderson,
you can say
Gustav Nyquist. Well, I didn't
a
want to
4-0
say it.
what?
I didn't want to say it.
They're going to say shutout.
Matthias Janmark and Ricard Raquel has a goal and an assist. Raquel was leading his team in points this year, which is saying something on a team full of pretty good offensive threats. Centering pass in front, Sweden looking for more, spin try, bouncing puck, Larson was cutting in, pass across, and another good opportunity by Zibanejad, couldn't get a stick on it, deflected in front, and good pressure, Janmark whacking away as the top line is out there once again. Zibanejad, Janmark, Raquel. Back up to Adam Larson. He fires tipped, and that just missed. Nice hands from Zibanejad in front.
He wants to let that one go, though, because he didn't know, but Raquel was sitting all alone on the back post.
Long shot, Larson tipped, and that's just wide, as Sweden might set the record for Larsons in a tournament this year. Maybe. We'll have to double check. That's iced.
Get our stats guy on that real quick. See him working away feverishly. Another good start, though, for Sweden here in the third period. Attacking that. Raquel has been all over the ice. Puck on a string, creating chances left and right, stepping out of the box and cashing that one. But you think of him as, you know, a straight line player, an excellent shooter. You don't necessarily think of him as being a one-on-one handsy kind of stick handler. He has that in him as well, and it's on display tonight.
69 points with Anaheim back in the NHL this year. He led the team offensively. Klingberg pinching in now for Sweden. Back up to the point. Gustav Nyquist able to kick at it, keep it in. Pettersson is out there in the near circle. A couple of outstanding teenagers on this team, and Elias Anderson and Pettersson. Pettersson fanned on that. Backlund there to help him out. And it's sent back up ice. Nyquist, head up. Gustav Nyquist fires, and Karloff got a bit of a glove on that, just enough. Might have went wide anyways as Klingberg swings it towards the front of the net. Goes to the far wall. Nyquist in a hustle, and it comes out of the zone. Belarusians changing on the fly. Is this pretty much what you expected game one for both nations?
Yep. I think Sweden showing some dash, some skill.
Kempe some speed, whistles that wide.
Speed mixed in there as well. The strength of the Swedish team you see on the defense, the creativity and activity in the offensive zone. And Belarus has put up a, you know, stout challenge defensively.
Centering pass in front. Adrian Kempe that close to making it 5-0. Couldn't bury it. Back up at the far wall. Fired in by Gustafsson. That's picked off. Bukovsky, as you saw the graphic, leading his team in shots on goal in this game. Had that one play, he was firing so many shots on that man advantage, he was too tired, and Sweden came back the other way and scored. Gustav Nyquist retreating in the neutral zone. Erik Gustafsson starts that play up ice. Long, high shot. Whistle high and wide, back in front, cleared out of harm's way with Nyquist going towards the net. Delarose backhanded it in, but that was picked off and brought up ice by Denisov. Shot handled easily by Hellberg. From the near wall, swung cross country. There's a turnover, and look out. Janmark speed, breaking into the forehand. Nice stop of the netminder, Mikhail Karloff.
And Janmark's looking for a penalty shot there. He felt he was getting hooked in from behind, even though he got a decent shot away. Clearly being bothered by the hooks. Nothing called by the referees.
Denisov chipping it along the far wall, eventually comes out of the zone, and Oliver Ekman-Larsson swings it to Adam Larsson. Up ahead for Raquel. Swatted and kept in by Zibanejad. Raquel back to work, skates by the puck, but lays the body. Zibanejad couldn't intercept that pass. He's going off for a change as well as his teammates. Here comes Draws coming in. Had a little bit of speed, couldn't get the shot off. He was tied up right in front of Hellberg. Sweden so quick to move it up ice in transition, as that was whacked at by Michael Backlund to the side of the net. Backlund has it again. Waits. He'll dish off in front as Adam Larsson was cutting in, looking for an opportunity. 4th overall pick from the Devils back in 2011, then of course traded to Edmonton for Taylor Hall, who's now a Hart finalist for New Jersey. What a year he had. Pedersen over the blue line, wanted to drop for Klingberg. He took a pretty good bump on the near wall. He's back up though and engaging for that puck. Is about 5 minutes gone here in this third period. Klingberg intercepts that stretch pass. Igor Sharangovich on the forecheck, battling behind the goal line. That scoots out of the zone all the way down the ice, and Karnahoff will have to settle it down. Sweden and Belarus, a few changes up front. Turnover there and tight. Shot, stopped, rebound in the blue paint. Boy, they're giving it away, and Dennis Everberg nearly got in on the action. Kempe stole at the blue line, eventually brought out as Anderson in a puck battle. He's hauled down. Linglet is in, starts to play. Quick shot! Oh, what a stop! The best stop of the third period for Magnus Hellberg.
Best stop of the night for Hellberg there as he stares down Pavlovich on a quickly developing 3-on-2, and Pavlovich trying to go over the glove, doesn't quite get it high enough, and Hellberg big and strong and square to turn that one away. And Everberg earlier took a long time to settle that down, so he was a little bit bothered by Linglet during that release. And here's the penalty shot. Is this a slasher hook in there? That's two right in the hand and one on the stick as he's releasing the puck by Mazarukin. It's right on the hand. One. Right on the stick, two. That did not allow Janmark to get the puck out in front of him where he wanted it. He's still shaking his head about the non-penalty shot call.
Maybe that's the old mercy non-call in a 4-0 game.
Janmark doesn't want to hear anything about mercy non-call because he's looking for a penalty shot. He wants his points. And not able to get the freebie there. So I'm going to watch here right now for Sweden as their third line's on the ice, which had been centered by Johan Larsson. And it's been a while since we've seen him as Rickard Gronberg lost Larsson at some point in the second period. He did not come back. Not sure if he's on the bench for the third. So that's the other part of this tournament. It is a good, hard 2-week run. You are allowed to carry a few extra players, but you don't want to have anyone get injured along the way, because once you've played a game, you cannot be replaced even if you've been hurt by another man onto the roster.
Johan Larsson played in the 2012 Worlds as a 19-year-old. He was named the Swedish Junior Player of the Year. That's some pretty good company. Mats Sundin, Forsberg, the Sedins, Hedman. As we look at a collision there, that was Pedersen going into the wall. Right now there's an issue with the Swedish net, hence the delay in the hockey game right now.
See Pedersen going off a little gingerly as well. Left foot up in the air, something to do with his ankle. Kicked it or tweaked it on that previous collision. So something to watch. Good to see him back on the ice, although Larsson looks like done for the night at this point.
So long tournament, we'll keep you up to date on that situation. And tomorrow, Sweden with a day off. It's Swiss, Austria, France, Belarus, the Czechs, and Slovakia. So 3 games. We got you covered from Group A tomorrow, and Sweden gets a day off. I don't think their fans get a day off from here or the beer garden, but
nope.
And they like it just fine, I'm sure. You know, the Belarusians could use some offense over the years. They had Mikhail Grabovski, the Kostitsyn brothers as well. We mentioned Kevin Lalonde a few times in net since getting his citizenship. Long shot there from the far wall. That's handled easily by Hellberg. Delarose was giving chase. Pedersen looks to be just fine back on the ice, and he tried to get it in deep. That's turned over. Pedersen. Päivärinta behind the net. Magnus Päivärinta. Head up, circling, drops it off. Gustafsson weaving in, and he gets knocked down in the far circle. Päivärinta there to help out. Magnus Päivärinta, youngest player to ever play for Sweden at the World Juniors. He was 16 years of age, 8 months.
It looked like he was going to be an offensive star, didn't it? From
Absolutely.
his World Junior days and his starring role at the World Championships, when he led the team scoring as a teenager, was an all-tournament player, and just hasn't translated offensively to the NHL. He's reliable, strong player, but just the offense has not been there.
Picked up on waivers by Ottawa and seems to have found a home in the nation's capital.
Well, contract's up, UFA, so he has to get a new one by Ottawa.
Here's a turnover, Jansen tight backhand and another stop. I'll tell you what, since coming into the game, Karnahoff has been sharp. Penalty to come. Sweden about to go in the power play. Adam Larsson swings it across. That shot whistled wide by Oliver Ekman-Larsson.
He's down right now, too, off a slash in the corner to keep.
Slow to get up, far wall. He is up, puck on his stick. He'll drop it off. Back up top for the captain, Michael Backlund. Zibanejad to Larsson, to Ekman-Larsson. Inside, Backlund fires, quick shot, and that stopped. Zibanejad has it. Great pressure from Sweden. Extra attacker out there in front. Michael Backlund couldn't get a shot off. Finally, the Belarusians touch up, and Sweden will go to the power play when we come back to Royal Arena.
Number 28, Belarus, 2 minutes for hooking.
Alex Marturkin in the box for Belarus. Sweden back on the power play with just over 12 minutes to go in this third period. Michael Backlund, captain for Team Sweden this year, to take the draw. Pedersen to his right. Nyquist up front as well. As Backlund loses the puck, fired down the ice right on Magnus Hellberg. As he'll settle it down. So Sweden a chance to get goal number 5 in this hockey game. Russia opening things up with a big-time win over France earlier today. It was everything clicking offensively. Kirill Kaprizov with a fantastic game. Battle continues in the near corner. Trying to set up shop is Elias Pettersson, led the SHL in scoring and playoff scoring. Long shot right on the mark, and again, Eric Gustafsson. We got a gold star for effort in this hockey game, but hasn't found the back of the net yet.
Since Janmark's been all over the ice in this game, turns a puck over, showing some pretty good wheels, splitting defense, can't quite finish the backhand. And we talked about the penalty shot he wanted. He didn't get on a hook. Is that a makeup call? A little hook in the hands, they call that a hook. He's like, hang on, I don't want that one. Give me the one where I'm on a breakaway. Which put Matarukin into the penalty box. Sweden 0 for 1 on the power play. These are the moments, even though the game's well in hand and Sweden's going to win, they matter because you need to work on your power play. Find that chemistry, find the right personnel, how it's going to work, so that when the games matter and are closer, it's effective.
Ricard Raquel starts the play as Mika Zibanejad sets up in the far corner. Zibanejad picks it up, waits, fires, and that's right in the crest of Mikhail Karnahoff.
Zibanejad can really, really shoot it. He's got Janmark posted up in front, and as Zibanejad wheels around, Janmark kind of spins out of the way. On that, trying to hang in there, channel your inner Swedish beast, Thomas Holmstrom, and just sit there, make the goalie work to see around you, so that Zibanejad's shot has a better chance of going in.
Zibanejad from Stockholm, 25 years old, and a part of that rebuild now in New York. 47 points in 72 games. Big shot swallowed up. Oliver Ekman-Larsson was pinching in. Not like we should be surprised. Big smile on his face as he let it rip.
Two good plays, though. Zibanejad draws one, throws it in behind to Klingberg right here. Draw two, get to open ice. Klingberg draws one, give it to open ice. Just catches the toe of Demkov, so that doesn't let Ekman-Larsson get everything he wants on it. That was actually tipped in front as well, but another good sequence in the offensive zone for Sweden.
40 seconds to go in the power play for Sweden. Mika Zibanejad waved out of the circle, so Raquel will come in. Kitterov taking it for Belarus. Controlled by Sweden. Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Zibanejad cross country to the far circle. Raquel parked in front. Zibanejad can't accept the pass back, so he's got to reset. Ekman-Larsson. Zibanejad waits, fires, deflected, didn't get through. Nice job quickly by Janmark. Back up top. Zibanejad waiting. As time winds down on this power play, that shot high and wide, and that's a tough shot as it misses everything, and Oliver Ekman-Larsson has to retreat as John Klingberg lost the stick, so he changes off after whistling that shot wide. Penalty over, 5-on-5. As we approach the midway point of this third period in a game dominated by Sweden. Pass in front, that shot bouncing, didn't find the mark. Belarus scrambling now, looking for a change after that penalty kill, and Sweden able to keep it in. They're going to change on the fly. Here comes Igor Sharangovich. Gets pushed off the puck by Adam Larsson in the corner. Sharangovich gives it to him right back. Pretty good battle in that corner. Back up to the point. Long shot is blocked in front by Gustafsson. Adam Larsson on it. Chips it behind Magnus Hellberg. Nyquist in the mix. Picked up by Gustafsson. Gives to Adam Larsson. He alertly spins and back to Gustafsson. And finally, Sweden able to get it out of their zone. Led by Backlund. Backlund sends it off. Oh, backdoor pass. Pettersson was in. Didn't get through.
Strong hand by Platt. Lower hand, don't tip it. Don't let it bounce through so the puck doesn't get to the back door.
Pettersson, 1-on-3 over the blue line. Lost it. Klingberg tried that pass. Jeff Platt picks it off. And Platt nearly turned it over. Lost it in his skates. Gets some help. With just over 8 minutes to go now. In a 4-0 advantage. As the bouncing puck by Kavershin finally moved up ice. That shot wide. Adrian Kempe behind his own net, picks it up, stretch pass up ahead. Nyquist just out of his reach, pardon me. That was Elias Anderson, not Nyquist. Anderson was breaking in, but couldn't get there in time.
Gotta keep that on the stick. I think he was worried about it being tipped. He almost was surprised it got all the way to him. But it was in clean. Simple backhand handle, gone wrong.
Elias Anderson, soon to be full-time teammate, I'm sure, of Mika Zibanejad.
Spent most of the year in Hartford this year.
Only a matter of time with his talent.
Didn't put up massive numbers in the minors. You wonder how much of a scorer he'll be at the NHL level. There's no question he's an NHL player. But will he be a complimentary scorer, energy, physical, quality player, or will he be a high-end, #1 kind of player, line guy? The jury's still out on that question.
So earlier we saw a guy like Pavel Datsyuk and a guy like, Kaprizov, and a chance to learn. How much can a player like that pick up and learn from guys here, Mike, in this kind of tournament?
Well, for players of any age, especially younger ones, but really any age, there's so much you can absorb being out on the ice in practice, being in the dressing room, watching what guys do on games.
Tough angle shot there. Rebound available as they whack away. Kitterov with maybe the best chance for the Belarusians in the last 5 minutes or so, but it's stopped by Magnus Hellberg. Friday Night Hockey here at Royal Arena. 300,000 tickets were sold before the competition even began. A great crowd here, obviously a pro-Swedish crowd. Malmö, Sweden, about a 20-minute train ride away across the Öresund Bridge. Beautiful as well to take that trip. Had a chance to take the train over, and a lot of wind energy as well. Very environmentally friendly country and city. And a chance here. Raquel in, shot. That stopped, and Raquel gets upended. Raquel just one of a few Swedish players having a dynamic start to the tournament. Raquel, Janmark, Nyquist, Elias Anderson, your goal scorers. That centering pass broken up in front by Janmark. Adam Larsson, the backhand. And he comes out of the Swedish zone, chipped and into the Belarusian bench.
The amazing part when you watch Raquel play is that for a winger, he has the puck so often. Because as a winger, you're kind of dependent on the rest of your line to get it going. But Raquel, with his awareness, his willingness to skate to the puck, to flow the open ice, he has it on his stick, and that's what you want your best players to have, is the puck as often as possible. And Raquel does a good job, never getting lost, never hiding. He makes himself part of the play with his movement off the ice. And then once he has it, we've seen all the good things he can do.
Backlund and Kaverishin to taking the draw. Sweden controls. Gustav Nyquist sends it up. Pettersson bumped off the puck, but he drops it off. That shot, and as Michael Backlund let it go, didn't get through. Bounces to the near corner. Swung out in front, backhand. Oh, Michael Backlund, I think, had a little more time than he thought. Kind of swatted at it, and pretty easy stop for Garnahoff.
I think he was trying to be a little cheeky there and just chop underneath it. Like you around the greens, lob wedge up, had it led softly behind the goaltender. Puck's bouncing like a top here, and just he catches the top half of it instead of going underneath it. As now Hoff makes another save on the captain, Michael Backlund.
There is, by the way, a golf course about one train stop away from here.
If there's a golf course in the country,
I
know you'll find it, Brian.
It's not very far.
You'll be studying your notes on the range.
Do we get a day off here? I don't think we do.
You don't need one. You'll find time.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll tell my boss is back home watching. Klingberg sends it across. Kempe's in. Kempe centering pass. Tries it one more time. Klingberg. John Klingberg waiting in that near circle. Absorbs the check as he continues to work and battle for that puck. That quick shot, oh, whistled wide. Elias Anderson, man, he has had a couple brilliant chances. Scored the opening goal, but he's had a couple chances for 2 or 3 in this hockey game. Kempe, drag move, tried another drag move, and that time it was picked off. I think they're having fun, Mike.
That's why you play, even in serious games. If you're not having fun, you're not doing it right.
A little bit of pond hockey here in Copenhagen. City of about 1.3 million people. Copenhagen and the surrounding area. Beautiful city. Kempe, little backhand for John Klingberg. Stretching it up ice and just out of the reach of Magnus Pajärvi, but he wins the race. Good job by Pajärvi to get there. And then nearly takes an offensive zone penalty, but play continues. Gustafsson in front, tipped. That's Gustafsson, that close. Again, I've said that about 19 times in this hockey game. High bouncing puck with Pettersson tracking towards the net. Gustafsson was in deep. He'll retreat towards the blue line. Puck battle continues behind the net. Nice job by Pajärvi, jamming away, trying to get the backhand through. He goes back to work. You're calling those Ottawa Senator games weird to see him wearing that number 91 instead of 56.
Back to the Edmonton days.
That's right.
What do you wear in Ottawa? Is that a tag reminder?
Crowd is buzzing, got the wave going. The Drake Kroner jerseys, they're moving. A lot of yellow and blue in the crowd.
You cannot beat Team Sweden's national jerseys. They are fantastic.
They are pretty slick, as is this team in this hockey game. Centering pass, center of the net, scores! Mika Zibanejad. Welcome to the Worlds in Denmark. He's got a goal. 5-0 Sweden.
This first line has been all over the offensive zone the entire game, and Zibanejad Gets another one. Ricard, Raquel, Janmark, and more good work along the wall. Janmark puts it on net, bounces off the goaltender, off the defenseman shin pad and Kitteroff, and right there to Mika Zibanejad. But if you get the offensive zone and you get the pucks to the net often enough, you will find bounces like this that you can take advantage of. Yeah, it's lucky, but you put yourself in the right spot enough times, you'll get lucky. And Zibanejad finishes that one to make it 5.
I have to read this twice to make sure. Mika Zibanejad, though, his first men's Worlds, because he's usually in the NHL playoffs.
Well, the Rangers make it every year.
Jeff Platt spinning, circling, gave it away, but picked back off and kept in. Korobov sort of got Hellberg leading the wrong way, but
it was tipped just in front.
Picked off again. Platt has it, winds up, fires, that's high, and misses the mark. Garvis back, wanted Platt, and can't accept that pass, so he goes to work in the corner. Eventually chipped out and comes into the Belarusian zone. And Magnus Hellberg has a look and sees Garvis there. He decides to cover up for a face-off in the Swedish zone. Welcome back inside Royal Arena. Brian Mutrick, Mike Johnson with you. Game 2, day 1 of the IIHF World Hockey Championship, and it's a very small body of work so far, but earlier today we saw Russian's top line, pretty good. Sweden's top line, pretty good. What do you think?
It shows the strength of the top players in the NHL. If you're a above average to excellent player in the NHL, which Ricard Raquel is, Zibanejad is, then you play against a country that can't match that kind of skill, that kind of talent, you will generate chances.
Michael Backlund works it up ice. Nyquist drops. John Klingberg, rebound in front as John Klingberg was poking away, and that Russian top line, I mean, Pavel Datsyuk, he's always magical.
Yeah, Kaprizov's pretty good. John Klingberg also pretty good. He could be a forward in the top line, but he misses the shot. He does not place this one. He's trying to go under the bar, and watch how the puck on his stick at the point of release. He gets it too far in the middle of the stick, and he pulls it right into the chest. He wants it to be on the toe and go short side. Klingberg usually a little more efficient than that.
Kempe, Anderson, Everberg out there for Sweden. I guess the so-called fourth line, but really they've had their moments. Stick breaks. That was Lisovitz.
Half a blade flying into the crowd.
Yeah, stick shatters to now Lisovitz. I think he might have taken some of that up top. That shot stopped in front.
He's checking his chicklets as he got the cold shoulder from Kempe, I think.
And then some pushing after the fact.
I haven't had hardly any of this in this game, and it's rare that you would with 2 minutes left. 5-0 game, but it all stems from the hit that Lisovitz took from Kempe. And there you see the conversation, Lingland talking to him. And saw the blade of the stick go flying over. It's Anderson who did it. Sees him coming in. Nothing wrong with this. This is a prominent move. As long as you keep your elbow down, you got a more back than elbow. And the guy who really started doing this the most was Peter Forsberg. And he got to the point where you were worried about checking Forsberg because you knew that he would hit you while you were moving in towards hitting him. And he gained even more time and space. It's a tool that a lot of players use now in the NHL. And Anderson Used it nicely there. Protect the puck, get a little more time and space. Knock him down if you can.
Didn't Peter Forsberg have like 74 points in one game against Japan in the World Juniors one time?
He was okay. Best player I ever played against when he was at his best and healthy. Nobody else like him.
He'd be proud of this performance. Sweden dominating 5-0 over Belarus. Just over 2 minutes ago in this third period. Opening game for Sweden. They have a day off tomorrow. Belarusians back to work. And that'll be a key game. They'll take on France, who got smoked by Russia earlier today. But when it comes to
those are the big games, right?
Play, you're
Austria,
right.
France, Belarus. When they play each other, those are the ones. That's their tournament. That's their medal round to stay in the A pool. And so, yeah, 5-0 doesn't feel very good. 7-0 against Russia for France doesn't feel very good. So they have another new day tomorrow, and they understand that. They're not really battling for fourth, and it happened great, but unlikely in this group with the Czechs, the Slovaks, and the Swiss. So you're really battling to not be relegated. And those are the big games amongst each other. Austria, Belarus, France. You need points out of it to make sure you stay in this tournament for next year.
As we have a triple header for you tomorrow in this group, starting with Switzerland, Austria. All 64 games available on TSN, NHL Network. Centering pass in front. Oh, what a glove stop. Amazing glove stop on Zibanejad, and the best that we've seen from Karnahoff for sure. Remember, he had to come into the game cold. Did not start the contest. Drost passes it off. Quick shot. That's stopped by Hellberg. Kitteroff sends it down low. Sweden looking at the clock, pretty content now to just kill off this final minute. Matthias Janmark will settle behind his own net, wait for Adam Larsson, who's on it. Tough year for Adam, who lost his father Robert earlier this year. Obviously playing with a heavy heart, and now a chance to represent his country at this year's Worlds. Final minute of play. Drake Kroner, the fans here coming to their feet. They've been treated to a great show from Sweden. Sweden looking to win back-to-back gold medals. It was a shootout winner courtesy Nick Backstrom last year in that gold medal game against Canada. Kempe turns that over into the neutral ice area. One last shot. Sharangovich lets it go. Stopped. Only one thing left, and I'll say it. Can Magnus Hellberg hang on for the shutout? You said it earlier, so I can say it now too. I'm not too worried about it.
Bold with 3 seconds left.
One last shot. Rebound in front. Kick to the stick, and oh, right at the horn. That shot almost went in. We almost jinked it anyways. Alex Martuka nearly buried one, not to be, so Magnus Hellberg hangs on, records the shutout, and a 5-0 win, and there you see a replay, the overtop camera. Time had winded down anyways
long
off
since
the post.
expired when he rang it off the post, but a nice win for Sweden. As expected, did what they were supposed to do. They were the better team, and their best players really, Belarus had no answer for. Raquel, Zibanejad, Janmark led the way all night long, 5-0. On to the next one for Sweden.
10:30 p.m. local time. We've had a great opening day. Good night from the Worlds here in Copenhagen.
Ladies and gentlemen, the best players of each team will be awarded with the official watch from Tissot, official timekeeper of the 2018 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship. The prizes will be presented by Marc Primand, Skoda Head of Marketing. The best player from Team Belarus with number 77, Alexander Kitterov. the best player from Team Sweden with number 23, Oliver Ekman Larsson. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Sweden. The 2018 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship will continue in Royal Arena tomorrow, Saturday the 5th of May, with the game between Switzerland and Austria, and that starts at 12:15.
Alex, what makes Sweden so hard to defend?
They play well, combination hockey. We have a good start, but after 10 minutes, we a little bit lose the move, like it's the problem for us.
Aside from the loss, are you guys happy with your effort?
No, we're so bad, we'll lose. We can beat, I think we have a chance today, but we have a tough game tomorrow. It's more important than today.
How important is good goaltending to your team right now?
Ivan stay good today, stay fast in the game. Michael have 14 save. Probably it's a good job for this guy.
Thank you very much. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Ricardo, in your first World Championship, you come out in the second period on fire, a goal, assist, and a penalty. Did you finally settle in?
Well, I thought after the first period we started playing much better, and I thought we created scoring chances throughout the whole game. We just tried to stay patient and not get frustrated when it didn't go in the first period, but it was nice for the other lines to get us going, so we could have relaxed a little bit after that, but we played much better.
As defending World Champions, are you guys satisfied with the effort you put forth today?
Well, it's always good with a win, and but we're not satisfied. I think we're just gonna try to get better as long as this tournament going. We know it's a lot of games here at the start, so we're just trying to get better.
Any areas you think you guys can improve on?
Yeah, we don't have to take as many penalties as we did today, and I'll also try get a little bit better on the power play.
Well, good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you very much.
It's not about the blade. It's the shaving gel that matters. Nivea Men Ultra Glide Technology. For an ultra close shave without irritating your skin. Nivea Men, the art of shaving.